welcome back to Dicebreaker, or should we say Dungeonbreaker? We should. It's an episode of Dungeonbreaker. You knew that from the title. Anyway, we are continuing our adventures in the Sword Coast. Last episode, you'll remember that our brave adventurers had to try and rid a somewhat eccentric fellow by the name of Biffle of his squirrel problem. One of the squirrels, it turned out, is just absolutely unhinged and has quaffed a bunch of deadly, basically battery acid at this point, and has a bit of a vendetta against Fizz the Kenku Wizard and all those who oppose him. Emilio Montebank has stormed off in a huff after everyone was very rude. There's a goat called Alexander the Great, who I genuinely might use as a PC sometime because, God, I love him. But anyway, so we find ourselves... Basically, you're all looking out the window as through the tree line, this bloodied, absolutely furious squirrel has come and is now just screaming at the house, just like, ah! You see him hunkering down and, like, digging his heels in, getting ready to basically launch himself at the window through which Fizz is looking. What's everyone doing?
Oh, so only Fizz is seeing the squirrel, but we're here.
Everyone's seeing the squirrel. You're on the ground floor. You're just looking out of the door.
Okay.
There is no way you are missing the fact that Big Gary, the absolutely furious squirrel, has come to try and murder all of you.
Can you please pinpoint real quick what is the size of Big Gary?
Yeah, I am confused about this because he climbed through a tube, but you call him enormous.
Yeah.
He's big for a squirrel. Like, if you saw a squirrel, you'd be like, that squirrel's hench.
Could you compare him? Like, is he just a big squirrel, or is he, like, bigger than a big... Or is he bigger than a squirrel?
Watson-sized?
Yeah.
Not Watson-sized, because Watson is a dog. Okay. A normal squirrel would be...
Tell me more.
This is what I had in my head.
A normal squirrel sitting up would be about that big, right?
Mm.
About that big? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
We're going to say about that.
Okay.
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 So
like a... Okay.
Tall and ripped, like more of a dense squirrel.
Yeah, like, you know the body proportions of Looney Tunes' Tasmanian Devil?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
That. But it comes up to just below your knee.
An upside down
He
Toblerone piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
The squirrel has a lot of upper mass. Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Leg
wedge.
Doesn't skip leg day. You reckon when Big Gary makes this leap for the window through which Fizz is looking, Big Gary's going to make it.
I think Tim says to Fizz, isn't that incredibly ripped squirrel down there? Isn't that the one that you catapulted out of the window just now?
Let's just get this clear. It's obviously trying to kill us. So can we all get into battle positions, please? Morboss, come here. You got the shield,
Would you say
right?
he's within 90 feet?
Yeah, it's just outside the house.
Guess what, everyone?
Oh, God.
It's only temporary.
What I can't seem to understand is when the squirrel was in the attic, it just seemed to be a big squirrel. And now it appears to have some kind of super powered juice inside it. I mean, I can't for the life of me think who may have caused this.
Whoa, he was already big and muscly. Don't blame me. He's taking damage because of me.
I didn't name any names, Fizz.
Morboss, come here.
Passing sleep.
I'm directing you to stand behind me.
Oh, behind you's fine.
Yeah? You're going to stand behind me? Okay.
Right, cast Sleep Mist.
I think while Mister's doing that, Tim looks to oh my gosh, what's his name? Biffle!
Yep.
And he said, Biffle, did you mention a particularly angry and muscular squirrel at any point?
Yes, I believe I mentioned Big Gary before when I was talking about how he liked to get into the booze and start fights.
Oh, so you describe him as a drinker then?
Yes, well, he's sort of a drinker as a prelude to becoming a real brawler / murderer.
Oh, a murderer. Okay, do you perhaps know what might happen to him if he drinks a lot of, let's say, very acidic and dangerous substance?
Well, if I had to put a finer point on it, I would say he looks out the window. It's like, I would say he would become fully enraged and prepare to leap through a window. How did you get on
22.
with... Huh?
22.
Not even close. He goes...
Wow!
Johnny, can I do that thing where I hold my action, please?
We're not in initiative.
Yeah,
As-
I mean, can we be?
Roll for initiative.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Right, I need a good
That's
roll.
a 6.
Here. Do we
What
know
was
Gary's
that?
roll yet?
Missed? I do.
Okay.
What was yours, missed?
6.
9.
This has been my best episode yet. I've got
10.
21. I've been getting some good rolls on this episode.
Yeah, on initiative.
yeah.
Yeah,
You can
but
do.
I also did some other good stuff.
You do things really quick, and then just.
Okay, yes. So, let's see. Alexander the Great.
I want to see what moves he pulls off.
Yeah. Biffle's not in initiative order. He's a pacifist.
Got it.
Oh, fair enough.
Fizz, we start with you.
Right, I would like to prepare myself for a reaction, if
Okay.
that's how that works. I'm kind of
Yeah.
like posturing at the window, like, yeah, come on then, come at me.
All right, yeah. Come and get it if you think
I
you're
can't
holding
believe you
on.
made us. I can't even believe you made us roll initiative order so you could react to something I had already described as happening.
Well, he hasn't jumped in yet, has he?
That's what I literally said. I was like, he jumps through the window, he jumps at the window, and you were like, I would like to.
No,
wait
I
until
want
he
him to aim
jumps."
at me rather than just the window in general.
He is aiming at you.
Okay, well, when he gets there, I didn't
Yes.
realise he'd done that. All right, fine. When he gets there, you know in wrestling when they charge at you and then you just pull the rope down and they just fly backwards. And I'm assuming Morboss is still behind me. I just...
I'm the announce table.
Yeah, you're the ring bell.
You're gonna duck, and you hope Gary hits Morboss in the
Yeah,
face.
that's the idea. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Gary's going next.
Oh.
Oh, here he comes.
Lord.
Make me
Oh, here he comes.
dex saving throw, please, Fizz.
Watch out, bird. He'll chew you up.
That's another 21.
Oh, wow.
You just narrowly avoid.
Roll your eyes, Johnny.
I'll roll my eyes if I bloody want to. You just narrowly avoid getting biffed in the face by Big Gary. Morboss, you take a squirrel to the face. That squirrel is going to try and claw your face up.
Ouch.
There.
What's your AC?
14.
Oh, he misses.
Yes.
Basically, you sort of get an arm up, so he's kind of like, he's sort of, he gets hit in the midsection by your arm, and he's just there like,
I think as Fizz ducks, Morboss is probably like, what the and then squirrel to the face.
yeah.
I am
yeah,
laughing maniacally just as I am out of character in character.
Alexander the Great downstairs just goes, what? And you hear the clatter of his little cloven hooves as he starts to like up the stairs toward the melee. Morboss, it's now your turn.
I didn't take any damage, did I?
No.
You'll have to wait, hellish rebuke. Okay, I'm going to... Can I use spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
So this is just a large squirrel. I would
Just a large squirrel.
How dare you?
I don't know how many times I'm going to be
Just-
asked to defend Big Gary as an entity in this game, but yes, I suppose he could
Okay.
be described as just a big squirrel.
I would like to use spiritual weapon. It can be of any shape. And I would like to create a large cricket bat. And I would like to, because it moves on its own, so I don't have to wield it. So I would like to try and bat large Gary off of Morboss's arm, where he's currently suspended, with this large
Yep.
cricket bat.
Okay. Fine. Make me... I guess it would still be a strength attack with the cricket bat.
It's whatever you say it is.
Yeah, roll the strength attack.
I rolled a 20, a natural 20, with
Wow.
no modifiers.
That is okay. Yeah,
Big
you have met his AC. He tries to duck out of the way. He is ever so slightly too slow. Please roll me damage.
What damage would it be?
The spiritual
Just
weapon
1d.
have its own stats.
Oh yeah, it probably does. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
Is it only a bonus action spiritual weapon?
Yeah, casting time 1 bonus action.
So you can spawn and hit.
Yeah. On a hit, takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus spell casting modifier,
Okay.
which is -1 naturally. I rolled.
Ow!
I rolled a 1 plus my -1 modifier, so I got 0.
Oh, but you double it.
That is the best crit I've ever seen.
0 times
okay.
2.
The cricket bat just swoops in and goes, and Big Gary goes like into the wall, but actually just like lands on the wall and goes,
Oh no!
and prepares to leap at somebody. Missed on the mountain.
Oh, hello. I'm going to, first of all, give some bardic inspiration to Fizz.
I think I've still got mine from last session. I don't know how long it lasts.
It doesn't last that
Okay.
long.
All right. Thank you. Then.
Yeah, 10 minutes it lasts for, yeah.
It's a 4, right?
And then I D6.
Oh, D6. Ooh.
Yeah. And then I'd like to
I got a 1.
try and use my claws and pounce on Gary. What Gary was his name, right?
Yeah,
Giant
Big Gary. Big Gary.
Come on,
I like that
Big
you need to
Gary.
know his name as you attempt to kill him. It's like I like to be on first name terms.
Wait, sorry. We haven't introduced ourselves.
Goes your roll.
Nat 20!
All right,
Wah,
yeah.
wah, wah.
Right, you actually managed to jump on him.
That's a +4 also, just in case you needed to know. So do I double the dice roll, is it? The damage?
Yeah.
Dice damage.
Are you attacking with your claws?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 4 altogether.
Wow. Okay.
Did you include your dex modifier?
Yeah, I rolled a 1, doubled that, and then +2.
No, you
Wow.
double it afterwards, don't you?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
You double the dice.
Oh, rubbish.
Tim the
Strength.
Goblin. Tim the Goblin.
Ah! Okay, sorry. I didn't hear you before.
Wow.
Tim is gonna cast blindness on Big Gary.
Okay.
Big Gary has to make a Constitution saving throw against 12.
Oof, that is a 3.
Yeah.
So he can't see until...
He can attempt to make a saving throw at the end of his next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, but for now, blind.
Unbelievable. Okay, alright. Fine. Fine.
Fine.
Fizz.
I suppose it's time for a nice little level 2 chromatic orb.
Okay.
The old classic. +6 to hit. So I need a 20, do I?
Yep.
Oh, it went on 14 and then just went 6. So that's a 12.
You miss. You don't miss. The chromatic orb hits the wall exactly where Big Gary was. Despite the fact he can't see, he goes like, ping, and he is on the ceiling now.
It's too quick.
Just like, just like really yelling at you all. And he is going to
Glad
tear
Tim-
off a chunk of ceiling and throw it.
I'm glad
Someone-
Tim doesn't speak squirrel. I don't think what words are coming out.
Well, it
of
doesn't
mouth.
speak goat either, but you still tried it.
With disadvantage, he misses. He's like pulls a chunk out of the ceiling and just like throws it against the far wall. And just like Alexander the Great.
Come on.
Alexander the Great runs into the room. He goes like.
Come on, MVP.
He starts climbing boxes to try and get toward it. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh!
Alexander
He's
the
a
Great
goat.
just like pronks his way up. He's like boom, onto the very highest box in the room, and is ready. He's like just watching Big Gary, who I forgot to make a Constitution saving throw for. No, his vision does not clear. He throws the chunk and he's like still livid, obviously. More boss.
So, from what we've seen so far, Big Gary moves very quickly. It's hard to
Yes.
hit. Okay,
Yeah.
I'd like to use command. It has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw, which obviously is 9. Oh wait, but it has to understand my language.
Ah,
Would it understand any of the languages I speak?
abyssal.
Probably a bit. Yeah. Big Gary speaks Abyssal. Obviously.
I will cast
Wow.
command.
Okay, let's see if I make it before I hear your command. I rolled... No, that's an 8 in total. I rolled a 7.
Whoa!
Finally, my wisdom is enough.
Can't wait for the comments on this one.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yes, the calculations are correct. Yes, it's -1. I would like to speak the command freeze, or stop, or some variation of
Freeze
such.
will do.
Yeah,
He's like...
freeze.
"Ah."
So this lasts for 1 round.
Okay,
Ooh,
cool.
might be
Yeah,
able to hit
he is entirely frozen. So he's going to skip his next go, effectively, isn't he?
Do we get the advantage to hit him if he can't dodge away?
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
Yeah,
up
he's
to you.
frozen. Yeah, I'm going to lower his AC to 15 until he's unfrozen.
Sweet.
Yeah.
How's that?
Come on, Morbs.
Mist.
Right, so when we say he's frozen, can he still talk?
His face is completely frozen, but his throat is still like he's still just like absolutely giving out to you.
I'd like to cast Speak with Animals.
Oh no.
I just want to know what he's so mad about.
Okay. Yeah.
Seen it?
You can ask me that one.
Yeah. All right. You can't speak with animals.
Hey, Gary, calm down.
Off!
Why are you so mad, bro?
Off!
What's the deal here? Why are you so angry?
Oh!
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you keep. I mean, this is really not helping. Gary, you really gotta come towards me a little bit. I'm trying to help you out here, buddy.
Oh! he's just.
Right. I shout. I turn around to everyone and go, "All right, keep going."
Can't be
You gonna
reasoned
join
with.
in, Mist?
He cannot
I
be
tried.
reasoned with, unfortunately. Tim the Goblin.
Okay, so Tim
There's
the
a
Goblin.
frozen squirrel that can't see and is swearing at you a lot on the
I
ceiling.
know, very rude. The language coming
Oh,
out.
I
of
keep
squirrels now.
translating.
Okay, yeah, it's a
Oh,
like,
okay.
it's a lot.
Thank God I can hear what you're saying.
He does, in fairness, say something about like you destroyed my, sodding house, etc., etc.
Your house.
Like he's livid that he's being turfed out of his domicile.
Don't really have any
Squirrel's rights.
ranged weaponry. So I guess Tim's just gonna cast poison spray.
All right.
It's got a 10-foot reach.
Yeah, you can make it to like the bit of floor directly beneath him and cast upward.
Yeah, let's
think
hope it
that's
doesn't
fine.
drip down. Okay, he casts poison spray. I'm not 100% sure whether I have to roll to hit with it. I know there's a con save involved.
I think it is just a con save.
Okay, so you need to make a Constitution saving throw of 12.
Okay.
How long is blindness?
It's until they beat the roll, right?
I just rolled in that 20.
Well, that's
He's
not gonna do anything.
absolutely fine.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, we did try poison.
yeah, to be honest, yeah, that probably wasn't the best idea. Okay, well, the action. I guess Tim's just gonna go, oh, I didn't think the kind of things he's saying right now. Very rude.
well, they're being translated, Tim.
Oh,
Yeah, Miss is just effing and blinding, like translating for Gary.
I thought Miss was just particularly angry at the moment. I didn't realise they were translating.
I'm just
Yeah, that's
imagining Mist is like, you know when you have like a translator for the visually impaired on a TV show, but Mist is just like flipping the bird constantly.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Blindness lasts a minute, by the way. Just to let you know.
Okay.
10 combat rounds, as we found
Oh,
out.
until
Yeah.
he passes the check.
Yeah, Ori passes the check. In
Yeah.
do.
All right. Okay.
That's it.
Great. All right, Fizz.
All right, chromatic orb number 2.
Yay!
Alright.
Here we
Looking to
go.
be 15 now.
Last chance at a level 2 version of it.
Behind door number 2, it's a chromatic orb.
It's a 10. Look,
Yes.
all the rolls were good until I needed to hit something.
Welcome to my world.
Yo, you put yourself in that prison, man. Shut up.
Okay.
Harsh but true.
Goodness me. All right. It's Gary's turn. I'm going to. Gary's just going to carry on screaming, and then is not unfrozen, but can see again.
Ah,
Yeah. I'm afraid.
okay. Well,
You can see how unfrozen he is.
Yes. And he looks very angry. Very, very angry.
Does he have furrowed eyebrows?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Alexander the Great is going to try and smash Big Gary in the head with his head.
yes,
For he is a
MVP.
goat. Close, but no cigar. Alexander the Great goes. Oh no, he's still frozen, isn't he?
He's on the ceiling, isn't he?
On
Yeah,
the
but he's frozen on the ceiling.
ceiling.
No. I'm sorry. Alexander the Great on an 18 absolutely nails him.
Yes.
Alexander the Great is going to headbutt him and do. In fairness, he does 10 points of damage
Wow.
to Big Gary.
I don't remember the origin story of Alexander the Great where he fights a giant squirrel, but I'm looking forward to seeing
it's
how
in
he
there.
becomes the ruler of Macedon.
Like that, you reckon? Because he's actually managed to dislodge Big Gary from the ceiling. Big Gary hits the deck. Alexander the Great sort of lands next to him and goes,
Yes, spit on him.
Morbos. Morbos, it's your turn.
Okay, I still have this spiritual weapon for a few more rounds. It lasts for a minute, so 10 rounds. So I'm going to try and bat the squirrel with that. If Gary's now on the floor, can I, using the cricket bat, attempt to bat Gary straight out of the window that he came in through?
Yeah,
I'd like to do that.
Get your golf swing going.
All right, so
Long forward drive.
my hit was 8. My hit roll was 8.
That is a miss. You do that really annoying thing where the bat connects with the floor, like next to Big Gary, who is just staring daggers at you, but can move again, which is nice. He looks at you and goes, missed.
Charm person.
Okay.
That's one of the things you can do.
Okay.
That work on a
Okay.
squirrel?
Let's.
I feel like Morbus or somebody has used this a lot on creatures that it shouldn't have worked on.
Charm person works on humanoids.
Yes.
Is a squirrel.
I feel like Gary is very human-like.
Are you using the mild anthropomorphization I have done of Gary to characterize him as an absolute piss artist? Are you using that to justify the use of a spell that absolutely categorically should not be applicable?
I was
Yes.
going more of a
Okay,
monster, to be
that's
honest.
all I wanted. I just wanted to hear you say it. Fine, you can use charm person. What is your wisdom? What is
12.
your saving throw? 12. Okay, I am doing this at an advantage because you are fighting him.
Okay.
That is. Oh dear. Okay, so that's a 1. So, but I do have advantage. I'm afraid that is an 18.
Oh no! I even used a second level spell slot. What a waste!
What do you say to him to try and charm him?
I go, oh Gary! Gary!
He opens his mouth and screams and droplets of just flecks of spittle go absolutely flying, like, as he is just absolutely furious with you. Tim the Goblin.
I think Tim, seeing how effective Alexander the Great was, is going to turn into a goat.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. Because
I mean, you're
saw
really good at.
he saw
you're
how
really
amazing Alexander was against this squirrel, so that he wants to emulate that.
Okay.
I've got the stats for a goat up.
Okay.
He's going to use the ram ability. He's going to try and ram Big Gary.
All right. Yeah. Give it a go.
Right.
Mist, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying Tim was really good at the ramming thing earlier before they became a goat. So.
Yeah.
This should
Very good
only
point.
logic stand that this should only enhance his ability.
Yeah, you've been practicing.
Yeah. Oh dear. That's not good. That is 8. I'm guessing that's not gonna hit.
You're not gonna hit Gary, no.
No.
Gary vaults over you like he's just like he's a matador. He just puts his hand on your horns and like front flips and does a superhero landing. It's quite intimidating. Fizz.
Yes.
Yes. What would you want?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
I
you
still
cool?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just remembering a very similar scene that happened in a local Weatherspoons. Right. So I'm gonna.
Go ramming a giant squirrel, or attempting to.
Right. I'm gonna cast a level 1 chromatic orb.
Okay.
One of these has got a hit, although I'm assuming this is a 20 again.
Yeah. That's his AC.
Oh, it was on 20 and it rolled onto a 2.
Oh,
God's
come
sake.
on!
I think D&D Beyond have introduced a new mechanic where it just says, "Bitch, you thought."
Wait, did you use your bardic inspiration already?
No, I haven't, but it is a 1, and that would take me from 8 to 9. But if I get myself to a 19, I'll add a 1 on top.
Okay. It's Gary's
Wait.
turn.
What?
Am I supposed to roll it when I use it? Is that the point?
I thought it lets you.
Let you roll
The
it.
creature can add it to one ability check. Oh, you added. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay. Gary's gonna absolutely tear into Alexander the Great.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's not that bad actually.
Ugh.
He walks up to Alexander and just like punches him with a straight right in the face. Alexander goes like, and sort of reels a little bit.
How dare he? This is the only NPC I've ever cared about.
Of course it took a goat called Alexander the Great for you to start giving up. Anyway, this is in fairness good news for Tim the Goblin, because I was going to make Alexander the Great roll an insight check to see if he recognised Tim the Goblin or whether he went after this imposter goat for being in his territory. But he's just going to try and nail Gary again. No, he misses. Turns out the squirrel is really hard to hit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm learning that. I reckon something zeitgeist will probably happen in the next round. We'll find out.
Whoa.
More boss.
So, there's none. The acidic stuff that Fizz used to create the gas that didn't work.
Essentially mustard gas.
Yeah.
It works in all the other squirrels, so it must have been deadly, but he doesn't care.
He flung the demijohn into the woods. It exploded.
Is there anything else around the cabin?
There's still some elderflower wine.
Oh, that was meant to be really bad, wasn't it?
Yeah. Awful.
What's it stored in?
What did you pour it into, Wheels?
I poured it out.
Fizz? Oh.
If that was all of it, then it's gone.
Yeah, there is no. I'm sorry, there is no more elderflower wine.
I see.
Although it didn't work anyway, so unless you were trying to make a firebomb.
Probably just make him more powerful, to be honest, by
Yeah.
previous.
I think we should avoid giving him drink.
Okay. So there was the thing that the soup was stored in, though, right? Kind of a big cauldron-y, bowl-y thing.
Yeah. There's the soup cauldron.
I can
yeah.
see the gears turning in your head, man.
Yeah.
But it's either that or try and splat it with a cricket bat, which hasn't gone
There's
particularly well so far.
Yes, there's a stew cauldron.
Okay, I'd like to upturn the stew cauldron. And
Downstairs.
I'm going to be very generous and let you
Oh,
go
it's
all the way
downstairs, yeah,
downstairs
sorry.
and come all the way back up with the stew
thank you.
cauldron.
I'm sure
Subject
that's
why
within
not.
30 feet.
Yeah.
While carrying
Especially
a
if you
cauldron.
take the fire pole.
Yeah. So I want to try and catch Gary with this while Gary's on the floor. I want to try and just put it over the top of Gary, and then sit on it if all goes to plan.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Make me a strength athletics check. We'll do this with grapple rules.
Oh sure. Ooh, oh, that's a 17. I'll take that.
There is a big clang, followed by like a series of like ding, 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 and then just like scrabbling noises as Big Gary is trapped underneath Biffle's stew cauldron. You suspect it won't hold for that long because there's a boom, and you see the outline of a little squirrel fist emerge in relief in the outside of the stew cauldron. But we'll say for now you're out of combat initiative. Biffle turns up and goes, "Well, I have to say, I'm very grateful that you've tried to solve my problem, but you do appear to be wrecking my favourite stew cauldron."
Yeah, well, we're also trying to get rid of the most egregious of all of the squirrel presences in the house.
Yes, well, He sort of looks and he's like, "Yes, I've been doing some thinking about that, and actually, yes, perhaps you were right. Perhaps you had already discharged your duties successfully. Therefore, I will teleport you to Waterdeep immediately. You need take no further action. Wonderful. Oh, very good job, everybody. Goodbye."
Yeah,
And he
we
claps
did
his
it.
hands. He claps his hands twice. You appear in the street in Waterdeep. You're in the middle of a market. You all just go plump and land.
Mist is very
Morboss.
upset.
Morboss, you're still sat on a stew kettle, and underneath it you can still hear bang, 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 bang.
Can I touch the stew kettle and cast light? So the object will now shed bright light, and I'd like that to happen on the inside as well, to try and subdue Gary. Almost like being trapped inside a light bulb, so he can't even tell where the edges are because
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
so
Yeah.
overwhelmingly bright.
All right, that sounds like a saving throw for him. That was a 2. You can still hear a lot of clanging, but it seems to be, instead of like concentrated fury being directed at one side of the cauldron, there's now just random like bonk, bonk noises, almost as if there's an absolutely massive hench pissed off squirrel staggering around inside the cauldron. Needless to say, a large crowd is gathering. You're like, what is? They think you're street performers.
So
probably.
I didn't realise Morboss came with the cauldron and Gary
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah,
Okay, so right. I thought he'd left me behind.
No.
Question: did Noel come with us? Because Noel was outside.
That's what I'm upset
Yeah,
about.
he's
Yeah.
gone.
Oh,
Party member
Although-
Noel.
okay. You.
And I never got to say goodbye to Alexander the Great.
You reckon, Mist, that you have formed a pretty strong bond with Noel. And you reckon you won't know for a handful of hours whether or not he's able to track you. But you reckon he'll probably... You're like, he'll come looking. It's fine.
That all that trace that we've left on the way to Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Ugh. A portal opens and Noel falls out of it onto his face. He goes...
Oh, thank God.
Your steed is there. It's unconscious now, but it's there.
I do
No
love
one
the comedic
one
timing.
gives a crap about where Amelia Montebank is.
Well,
It's just, why couldn't we say goodbye to the goat? Where is my steed? Unbelievable. Anyway,
Me,
you're
you're
in the
fine.
middle
To follow.
You're in the middle of the market in Waterdeep. Lots of people are
Right.
like, "Oh, it appears to be some form of show. I wonder what they're going to do."
War boss. Right. Whilst he's distracted by the light, chuck the stew pot in the air and I'll yeet it into the sky again. I reckon the city's too crowded for him to find us again.
So, you understand he's underneath... I would have to
Scoop.
scoop...
It's a scoop maneuver. Have we got a piece of paper that we can shove underneath?
I have mage hand.
Damn, there we go. Mage hand. We shove a mage hand under the pot, turn it over,
That's
chuck
great.
it in the air, I'll catapult it away, and we're good to go.
Alright. Oh, okay. I mean, I won't say that makes sense, but... Let's do it. What's the worst that
think
can happen? We're where we need to be.
While this is being discussed, I'm playing the what's it called again? The cauldron. I'm playing it like, you know, those
Steel drums.
bowl instruments. Yeah.
Yep, fine. I just realised about 15 minutes ago I said something zeitgeisty. What I meant was something Deus Ex Machina-y.
Yes.
Sorry, pedants. Anyway, yes, okay, that is fine. You are prepared, all of you, to
That's
yeet
prepared
this
as ever.
furious
It's a
squirrel
three-step
into
program.
parts unknown.
Yeah.
Tim bleats in agreement.
Oh, God,
Tim-
it's
Tim
gonna
Silico.
go.
Okay. All right. So
Wouldn't it be funny? Sorry, wouldn't it be funny if that was Alexander the Great and we'd accidentally left him behind? That he said the wrong goat with him.
Tim's just being given
pu-
buckets of booze and going, oh, okay then. Oh.
Oh, it's very strong. Okay. All right. So you.
can't get any more off the rails, but we still manage it.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you're casting Mage Hand. That just happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're
Okay.
just gonna slide that under the pot,
Yeah.
which will allow Morbos to flip it over,
Yeah.
chuck it up in the air. I'll catapult it as far as the eye can see.
Job's a good one.
Sure. Why not?
So-
Yeah. It happens.
Great.
I'll
To make
spend
it
the
slightly
spell.
cooler, I've still got my cricket bat, so can I cricket bat it up in the air?
yeah.
Serving it. Bonk.
Like a.
It's
like
probably
a
stronger than
volleyball
Morbos.
setup.
Yeah, exactly.
Just roll me a d20 and don't roll a 1.
All of us.
No, just
13.
Okay, fine. Yes, you like boop, and then pew, with with a terrifying scream, Big Gary and the stew pot are catapulted into the air.
They're also
There is a
emanating light as well.
yeah, this big like a thing,
second
and you kind of
sun.
all just stand there watching it go, and the crowd kind of watches as you hear like a.
Does Mage Hand have a range? So would it run out at some point and the squirrel just drops out the bottom?
I think
Passerby?
I'm imagining Big Gary pinned.
Oh, yeah.
It's
like centrifugal force.
Yeah, by the G-force.
And you, for the second time today, you hear a distant. The crowd kind of goes like. They're not really sure what that was supposed to be.
I'm
They're
like bowing,
yeah.
like as
It's
deep
Big
as I can
Gary's
go.
blasting off again.
And it would do
Oh,
would do the little star thing because it's so
Yeah.
glowy.
It's like-
Is there a fire? Is there a fire near us anywhere? Can we
yeah.
say there's a torch next to us? I would like to cast pyrotechnics on that and create fireworks. Which actually blinds people, FYI.
Yeah.
Okay, lots of people are like, ah! Some of the
Within
people who
10
didn't see the
feet.
fireworks are like, what is that? Looking at Noel, who is waking up, and it's like, people are starting to panic now.
I don't know why.
And you hear some voices going, make way there, make way! As
Uh-oh.
some fellows in full plate with halberds turn up and go, what is the meaning of this? What disturbance is being wrought here in the market?
We are performers.
Tim bleats.
Do you have a license?
Yes.
Show me.
There.
You will also
Sure.
need to show me a license for the go-at.
I cast minor illusion and show them a fake license. I hold up like a scroll. far enough away that they can't just try and grab it.
Big Gary rolls amazingly. Everyone else at the minute poorly. He goes, very well, but you appear to be causing distress to these people.
It's all part of the show.
Yeah, we're counterculture.
It sounds like a terrible show.
You just wouldn't get it, mate.
Yeah, it's a new thing.
It's
like
avant-garde.
it's very avant-garde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're the guards around here. And you know what? License or no license, move on with your strange smelling goat.
All right, you've got us. God, damn
Tim,
it.
remembering how revered Alexander the Great was, acts very much like that goat by just going, and just spitting just everywhere. And
Control your goat. That is disgusting.
Johnny, just quickly, whilst we're walking away, did that license fool them?
Yes.
I would like to look at Mist's illusion, and just I've got the racial trait expert forgery, so I just want to make an actual physical copy of that, so that we've just got that in the bag.
All right. It is a forgery that says you are permitted to perform in the market area of Waterdeep.
Also
Sweet.
goat.
No, you did not produce a satisfactory document to explain the goat.
Oh.
Goat ownership.
I reckon they're pretty similar, so I make another one that just put goat
Okay.
instead of the word perform.
It'll probably pass.
Yeah.
But yeah, strange as it sounds, they don't really tend to do performer/goat combi documents. So but you now have two forgeries that give you license to. I mean, at any point you could turn back into a goblin, but you now have a license to have a goat in Waterdeep, which is great. So what are you doing now? You're in the midst of Waterdeep. You have
Should we
made
go
it.
for a drink? Should we go for a drink?
Yeah, let's get a pint.
All right. Yeah.
We don't have any money, do we? We were never paid for any of this.
Have we ever needed money
I've
before,
got
Morbus?
like 40 gold. I don't know why, but I have.
I have these candles I can trade.
We have a goat we
arms
could
box.
sell.
Tim goes,
I tie up Noel outside of the tavern.
oh
Okay.
God.
I haven't forged a no license, so I don't know how that one's going to go ahead. but-
Okay.
I don't need a Noel license. Don't worry about it.
Sure. You find a tavern. It's funnily enough, it's called the Drey, D-R-E-Y, before anyone starts. You go in. The landlord says, "Sorry, mates, no goats allowed in the pub."
I click my fingers and hope that Tim does it at the same time.
Tim
Obviously,
just
it doesn't.
no. So I just click my fingers and nothing happens.
Look, don't give me attitude, mate. I'm just, I don't make the rules. I just work here.
Tim.
And if the... Oh, wait, he's the landlord. I do make the rules, and I don't like goats. Not in my pub.
Is there a pillar
Don't give me all this.
somewhere in the pub?
Yeah.
Tim's gonna ram his head against that.
Okay, just roll me damage. See how much damage you're doing to this pillar.
That's 4 damage.
Okay, you rattle the fixtures on the wall, and some plaster rains down from the ceiling. He goes, "Get out! All of you! Out of my pub! And you'll go! Get out!" He reaches under the counter and produces a hand crossbow. And he's like, "Oh."
I pull out our goat/performance license.
Yeah.
Have a laugh, mate. We got a license to all this.
"There's
goat."
no good in here! There's no goats in my pub!"
Honestly, it's almost like people forgot about Dre.
Get out. You take 6 points of poison damage. It's fine, you don't. You're on warning. You get kicked out of the Dre. You're not allowed in the pub.
Should we go to the Jay-Z instead?
I could go for some M&Ms.
Oh wow. Really suffering.
You go to a different pub. It's called the Constant Disappointment.
I've
the
been here
landlord-
before.
The landlord goes, "Hello, welcome. You and your goat. We allow goats in this pub.
it's
Don't
about time
try
we
the
found one of
dray. Yeah, they're not nice to goats in the dray. What will you be having to drink? Can I offer your goat a nut brown ale?"
Tim bleats enthusiastically.
Yeah, you'd love one.
Oh, that goat understands common. That's weird. All right. Here we go. Bucket of nut brown ale for the goat
Tim is
that has a
going at it.
comprehension of language. Yeah, that's a
He-
goat. All right. They love a bit of the nut brown ale, right? What
Can
about
I
you?
have
That
the fanciest meal that you have, please? And do you know what? I'll buy a round of beer for everyone here.
all right? Beer for everyone. And it's cottage pie for the Birdman.
Lovely stuff. Well, that's a job well done, I think, lads.
That will be 2 copper pieces.
Yeah, no worries. Have you got change for a gold?
Do I? I don't know. He goes. He opens up the till.
Wild.
The till is a box. It's just a box.
All
It's
right.
Yes.
Actually, do you know what, mate? Have a whole gold, and we'll take a room for the night as well, if that's a thing that you provide.
We do now, sir. He flips the gold in there. He even puts down some fresh straw for the goat.
Yeah, I reckon Tim's finished with his ale,
Yeah.
and historically not great with handling booze. So now
Yep.
he's a bit worse.
Yeah. The barman comes over and goes, oh, I see. Yeah, some goats, they do love the nut brown ale, but they can't quite keep hold of it. Oh, hang on. He comes over with 2 massive corks that have clearly been used as like in the tops of barrels, and he just puts one on the end of each of your horns. Here you go.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Tim bleeds. Yeah.
Just see what he did to the last pub we went
He
to.
gives you a good like on the flank. He gives you a good old tongue.
Oh yeah, Tim likes that.
Okay. Yeah, you all sit down. You're enjoying the sights and sounds and smells of Waterdeep. There's a band in the corner.
I was just going to
That's-
ask.
Yeah, they strike up a lovely song. It's kind of like, somebody has a fiddle, another person has kind of a lute, and there's a woman with a very sweet singing voice who starts singing a ballad about. It's just some ballad about like. Someone who would have been one of the Lords of Waterdeep long ago, but he chose love. But love is fickle and love is unkind. And in the dreary midwinter, how all we do remember to keep our loved ones close. Blah 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 blah.
Can I try and go up for a duet at some point?
Yeah, sure. They finish the song. There's sort of a polite round of applause.
The whole time while they were playing, by the way, Tim was bleating loudly.
They seem well used to it. Yeah. People have even been like, what? As if to be like, they appreciate a goat that appreciates the arts.
Yeah.
Okay, you go over to the band. The singer is like just she's quite young. She's probably like early 20s. She's sort of like a bright looking lady who
She's
seems
cute.
nice.
She cute,
Suppose.
Johnny.
I guess. Yes? Yeah.
Okay.
All right, there's a cute young lady. She is cute and a lady, and she's young.
There you go.
She looks up at you and says, "Hello, I'm a
Hi.
cute young lady.
The name's Lady. Cute young
Do you-
lady.
Do you have a song request?"
Well, actually, I am somewhat of a performer myself, cute young.
Oh, no.
And what?
I see. I see.
Here's my mixed scroll.
I was hoping we could maybe perform a duet together.
Oh, wonderful.
I haven't performed on a stage in a long time. I've been on some travels for a while, and I wrote this song, and I do pass over a scroll over about a song that I wrote, and it's called "The Ballad of the Dungeonbreakers," and and I ask if we can perform it together.
Okay. Yes. This seems simple enough. She kind of hands out the sheets to the other musicians. She's like, yeah, these chords aren't too difficult. The name's weird. What are dungeon breakers? Are they people who break dungeons, or are they broken in dungeons?
There's breaking involved, and they belong in a dungeon.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I see. Oh,
More breaking out of
the-
dungeons than breaking into them.
the chap with a lute. He's cute. He looks up and goes,
Oh, I'm so excited.
They should be in the dungeon. Some of these antics are brilliant. Yeah, we'll sing this one. All right. Yes. Great.
Is it Ringo?
Go.
No, it's not Ringo. It's not Ringo Starr. No, it isn't.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yes, you all start singing the Ballad of the Dungeon Breakers
Yeah, Tim's
together.
bleating along with it. Yeah.
They. Yes,
Dungeonbreaker.
you're all into the 8th verse, which is the verse in which the wizard starts arguing with the lady fair about exactly what they should do with the long trapped lizards and whether they're being paid enough and whether anyone is being respectful enough for the wizard's terrible attitude. Something more, boss, you start to get like a strange sensation in the back of your head, like you've forgotten something, like something's kind of, you're like, did I leave my tail on, that sort of thing. Make me a wisdom insight check.
I can. Insight. That is a natural 20 plus 1.
Way.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it occurs to you that quite a large part of coming to Waterdeep was to warn them that there was an invading army of gnolls, and that they might like to start preparing themselves so they can maybe not be slaughtered whole scale.
I consider this and then go, well, I can probably tell them in the morning.
Okay. Who will our adventurers tell in the morning? What will they tell them? How many verses are in the Ballad of the Dungeon Breakers? I'm sure we'll all find out next time on the next How Was the Cottage Pie? We'll find out in the next episode of Dungeon Breaker. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. I know I said this last week, but it was weird. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, there are just loads more videos for you to watch on youtube.com/Dicebreaker, the channel you're already watching. You should also head to Dicebreaker.com for lots of great written features, reviews, news, and more. You can get Dicebreaker merchandise at dicebreaker.myshopify.com. But most importantly, we'd like to thank you very much for sticking with us. And we hope that you have a lovely day. Goodbye.
Bye.